What are the best teams for the new Tag Blue Goku and Vegeta? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan Battle video. In today's video, we are taking a look at the brand new Global Dokkan campaign, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, and Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta. A new character that really leans into the idea of the tag exchange mechanic. So we're going to take a look at these guys and show you how to best build teams around utilizing them to make the most of them. So let's go ahead. Let's start by taking a look at the Goku side of things, right? Let's kind of review what they do so we can understand how we're building the team. So Goku gets attack and defense 200%, gets an additional key 2 per key sphere obtained. He gets attack and defense 50% up to 150 per superclass ally or future saga ally on the team, whichever has more, and chance of evading enemies attack and damage reduction rate 20% up to 60%. When all allies attacking in the same turn are super, or there's one future saga attacking in the same turn, he gets an additional attack, additional 20% dodge, and an additional 10% damage reduction. When activating the active skill, he gets additional 200% and effective against all types. This can also be procced when he gets 18 or more ki. When receiving an attack, he gets an additional defense 180% and meets up with Vegeta after the 4th turn. Now, once he meets up with Vegeta, he can exchange, and Vegeta becomes a little bit more offensive and defensive post-super. He gets key 7, attack defense 200%, high chance of performing a critical hit, high chance of evading enemy's attack, and damage reduction rate 40%. He gets key 3 and attack defense 80% for character and allies whose name include Trunks. He also gets 150% attack in the 3rd slot, along with guaranteed crit. When attacking with 18 or more ki, you get attack and defense 250% and launch an additional super attack. And when activating the active skill or when attacking with 20 or more ki, he gets defense 150% and launches an additional super attack. So basically, the way this works is you have them in the Goku form and you let him stack up attack until you're ready to launch one of 2 active skills, right? So Goku is your main stacker. He's going to be one that's primarily on until you feel like Vegeta's sort of in a comfortable enough slot, and then then you'll tag in. Now, the nice thing is Goku is giving 60% to all allies, so him being here in slot 1, which is kind of where he wants to be, he's buffing the rest of the rotation with that. Now, once you're ready to launch an active skill, you can launch Vegeto's active skill, which is on the Goku side, which gives himself attack and defense 20% for the rest of battle and nullifies dodge cancel for himself so he can dodge, or you can use the Vegeta, which is the father-son Gallic gun, which buffs the rest of the team, right? So future saga 15% and an additional 10 for bond of parent-child. So very, very helpful there for the 2 characters. I mean, ideally what you would get is you would have Goku primarily holding down slot 1 with a good link partner, and then your second Vegeta, right? So if you're running them as lead, right, your second card is playing the Vegeta role in slot 3 or slot 2 next to the Goku, right? Preferably slot 3 because it's going to make the most of his attack and defense, but it depends on what type of team you're running. So now, speaking of team, his leader skill is Future Saga or Fused Fighters for 200% HP and 170 for the attack and defense, with 50 being to bond a parent-child and final trump card. Now, what does this mean? Well, this basically means all fusions are covered under their leader skill and most of Future Saga, at least the superclass Future Saga side of things. So we're going to be talking about teams built around that. Now, we've talked about link partners for them before, but just to kind of show you real quick, right, the type of link partners we're looking at, right? So if we head over to the we're going to head over to one of my favorite sites to use, the Dokkan FYI. Now, The Dokkan FYI website is very, very helpful because it will show you a bunch of different big link partners here that you can use for these guys, mainly being the, where is it? Right here, right? The 6 links and 5 links shared, right? That's where you really want to be looking at for link partners for these guys. So you can see under 6 links, they've got characters like obviously the Vegeta side of things. The gods are really good partners for them. You have Fizz Gohan, really great in battle hard and formidable foes. That extra defense he's going to be getting from Goku, very, very helpful. Namek Goku for longer events, right? Since they don't stack defense, you can have Namek Goku holding down slot 1 for stacking defense, while these guys stack their attack in slot 2 and pretty much survive most normals post super. They also have a few other good 5-link partners, such as the Kaioken Goku here, the AGL Kaioken Goku, the STR Goku and Gohan, Int Gohan, the AGL Gogeta, both Goku and Vegeta side of it. Same goes for the Vegeta, Goku and Vegeta side of it. Right, he's linking with a lot of great partners that you can build teams around. Even the 5th year LR Vegeta, who is just getting his super easy, not super easy, he's getting a temporary buff. The Fizz Vegeta, however, is also getting a super easy A, and he links 4 links with this guy, along with other powerful characters that, you know, tend to find themselves on recent teams, like the LR4s, Goku, the Vegeta, and Gogeta, right? All of these characters still very, very useful. So, you know, the teams we're going to build around are very much centered around these types of link partners. So if we head back over to game here, you can see quite a few different teams I have set up. One of the first teams I have set up is centered around their Fused Fighters lead. We have like Goku right here as our lead. The plan is to fuse him, have him next to the fused Vegito as one rotation, and then another rotation Goku next to the gods. Now the beauty of this team is you can kind of modify it as you see fit for the team, right? If you need to keep this guy on one of the rotations and swap off this guy, you can very easily do that, right? You're not losing too many links by doing that. And then when you need to swap this guy into his defense mode, you can easily swap Goku into the second slot and have no problems at all. So that's going to be very helpful there. One of the other teams, again, another variation of their Fused Fighters leads. The only main change here is swapping in STR Gogeta. STR Gogeta is still a very, very useful card. I know he gets underrated a lot, but he's very helpful. Great support, great all-around tanking post super. Another team we have here is a more super class Future Saga, getting a little creative with the team. You know, you don't have to go always top tier units every time, but getting a little creative with the team. We have the Blue Boys here. They link very well with the Blue Boys, you know, who can be kind of protected on a team like this. Like, you could even swap out the Gohan here and make it a mix of Fused Fighter and Future Saga. I do like having this Gohan. He's pretty good on the Future Saga team, but you could swap him out and put Super Vegito for some extra protection for this guy. But ideally, right, you would have one rotation of Vegeta and Trunks, and the Goku, and then the other rotation with the Blue Boys and the STR Blue Boys, right? That would be the idea here. Now, this team does assume that the Vegeta and Trunks will easy A, which we think is likely by the end of this celebration. But even if not, right, you know, they could still be used on, you know, certain maybe lower tier difficulty events. Another sort of team we have here, kind of Future Saga oriented, more utilizing things like the STR Rosé can be used on this team, along with the AGL Rosé and the Int Rosé. Now, basically, the function of this team is having one rotation of Goku and Fizz Vegito, and the other rotation with Rose and either AGL or Int Rose. This team will work very well. The only thing you have to note is that special part in Goku's passive, and Rose has the same thing, but for extreme class, right? That part about their passive that talks about having all extreme or all super on the team, or for Rose and Goku. So as long as since everybody here is on Future Saga, you don't have to worry about having the all allies thing. It will work out for them. And since we have at least 3 future super or future allies, they're both going to be fully built up there. So these are just a few of the teams that we come up. I do find it kind of hard mixed matching the Fused Fighter and Future Saga, because I mean the reality is most of the Future Saga allies you want on the team with them are on Fused Fighter anyways. So you know that's kind of what it is. Now, note that for some of these teams, you will probably change them by the end of the celebration, because guys like this, right, he has a temporary boost, so he's not going to be here very often. He's going to be, you know, he's probably going to be off the team by the end of the celebration, just because that temporary boost only lasts until August 11th. So just be aware of that if you're utilizing him on your team. So the only other thing I have left to note is the types of leads, right? Obviously, his lead can be a bit problematic. It's limited. It's good, but it's limited, right? He is also on the 220 for the Goku and Vegeta here. He's on the 220 for this Goku and Vegeta. He's on the 220 for Battle of Fate with the Goku and Frieza LRN, right? He's on this leader skill for Battle of Fate. And while not a 220, he is on the 200% for STRTN, who is pretty good, right? His lead is pretty good. So just something to be aware of. So guys, that is it for the video. Those are some teams and some decent link partners, right, for you to help build a team around the Blue Boys, centered mostly around their Fused Fighters. I feel like if you're going to run these guys, that's the team you want to run. Although that could shift heavily towards Future Saga by the end of the celebration. We shall see that. That's it for the video, guys. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, what are some teams you like to run with the Blue Boys? Are there any special partners or special setups you found that you really like with these guys? I like mixing and matching teams, and I also like finding teams to set up with guys like this that are not necessarily as, you know, as top tier as like using the best units. I like mix and matching. Like, again, that example future team I showed you with some older units on it could be really fun because of the extra boost that Goku and Vegeta are giving to the team. So guys, that's it for the video. If nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.